Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel. Share this video with a couple of family members, friends, and colleagues. I appreciate the support. Trying to get back on track after this strike and get to 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate every time someone spreads the word to someone that hasn't seen the channel and is interested in the content. Appreciate that. Let's talk about TRON ARES. This film comes out on October 10th, I believe. And it's another one I'm excited for. This one for more of the aesthetics rather than the story. But I figure if they can pair the visual quality with the quality of writing, then you might have a good movie on your hands. But let's talk about what the tracking looks like for this film. You know we are into the business of cinema here. TRON ARES opening weekend tracking revealed, but is it bad news for the Jared Leto-led threequel? Tickets for TRON ARES went on sale earlier this month. I will state that I do have mine, and Deadline has just shared some early estimates for the threequel's opening weekend. The movie, led by Morbius star Jared Leto, has hit tracking with an expected $44 million debut in North America, so only domestic, right? More than likely, if you're looking at worldwide, this is a Disney production, so the promotion is going to be pretty heavy. Hopefully, they're trying to get into those different markets, more specifically like a market like China or something like that. That's a big market that they like to try and tack on to their estimates, and a market that really garners a big return if you can make a film that that market cares about. Don't know right now how things are going with China. Obviously, Fantastic Four didn't do that well overseas. Kind of a film that it had legs, but had a slow start, I have to say. The first week was okay. Then it kind of fell short on that second week. It was a big drop. And then from there on, it continued to stay in theater and do well. Obviously, Disney, with those longer periods of time within theater, did help the film. I do think the film did have positive word of mouth, but people still dragged their feet in those latter weeks of the film being released. And I don't think China really did a lot for that film overall. And so maybe Disney can try to correct that, try to get the Chinese market to give this film some attention. It will need it. But $44 million in North America is not a bad start. I do think if this film does have positive word of mouth, maybe good walk-up business, that it could do a lot better and track well throughout the month of October, obviously, and the month of November, because I feel like for a film like this, the competition is sparse, kind of in a genre of its own. And so we'll have to see what happens with that. Once again, this is just tracking, right? This may not be the actual number. The number could actually be lower. It could be higher, but I do think it really does depend on word of mouth. Like I just said, with one battle after another, when you get that review embargo up and you get out positive word of mouth, it definitely helps. It gets people interested a lot more. When you keep that embargo on there, people are kind of on edge. TRON is something that people know because it's been around for a long time, but when you see films that are like new ideas and stuff like that, they usually suffer when they don't lift that embargo, or if they do lift the embargo and the reviews are bad. That's the other aspect of the equation. And so with this film, I'm very interested to see what it does overall overseas, not just America. I like to see the numbers in totality, and so that's going to be interesting to look at. But let's continue. That's the same figure as 2010's TRON Legacy, so tracking about the same. But as the trade points out, IMAX-fueled tentpoles like F1, The Conjuring: Last Rites, and Weapons have seen their actual box office dollars leaving their forecast in the dust. Pre-sales have reached $2 million, which is comparable to Gladiator 2. It had a $55 million opening. That was last November. F1, the movie, that was this summer, $57 million. And F1 had legs in theater as well. And Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which didn't do well overall, but started out decent. $60 million for that opening. A decent start. Disney has gone all out to build the excitement for TRON ARES, including bringing the movie to the San Diego Comic-Con stage and buying pricey TV spots during NFL and college football games. Good marketing there. Disney World's Tron Light City ride at Magic Kingdom has also been given an eye-catching red and black overhaul. The Tron franchise has never been a box office juggernaut, but Tron and Tron Legacy have made a combined $433 million at the worldwide box office. Whether TRON ARES can exceed expectations remains to be seen, but it currently has the makings of a modest success. Disney is likely hoping to have a new sci-fi franchise on its hands, and only time will tell whether this movie spawns a new wave of Tron stories. Now, we're not going to say a new sci-fi franchise. This franchise has been around for like 40, 50 years almost at this point in time. I will say, you could say it is, what do they call that, a reboot of the franchise, and so we'll have to see what the film does overall. Obviously, it has to perform. Based off what I've seen, the budget looks like it's hitting around $160 to $200 million, and so all of that matters when you're talking about the ROI on the film. we'll keep our eyes on this stuff, and I'm definitely going to be talking about Tron Ares, not only my review of the film, but the business behind the film and the reviews more importantly. Tron Ares follows a highly sophisticated program, ARES, who is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission, marking humankind's first encounter with AI beings. So the AI beings are out of the grid. It's going to be very interesting, ladies and gents. Can't wait for this. Like I said, a visual feast. I think it's going to up the game again. We'll see if they can pair the story up with that as far as quality goes. Let me know what you think about this news. Let me know what you think about Tron Ares. Are you going to watch Tron Ares? I want to hear your general thoughts on the film. Share this video, like this video, ring the bell for notifications after you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you have subscribed, I appreciate that, but ring the bell for notifications to stay updated. And be safe. It's Neff signing off.